Hey, what's happening guys? Landon here with Late Model Restoration, and today I'm going to be giving you my quick rundown on a popular shock and strut from Koni. Koni is one of the industry leaders when it comes to high quality performance suspension components. Since their humble beginning in the 1850s, yes, I said the 1850s, Koni has researched and developed world-class shock absorbers for multiple vehicles offering outstanding quality, durability, and performance. One of the most popular upgrade or replacement shocks and struts for the 87 to 93 5.0 liter Mustang is the Koni STR.T shock and strut. Also commonly referred to as Koni Oranges, these shocks and struts are a perfect budget-friendly option for anyone looking to upgrade or replace their worn-out factory shocks and struts. These particular Koni Orange shocks and struts are non-adjustable, but will feature a twin-tube design for improved ride quality and better overall handling. They will also be a direct replacement for your factory components and will even pair perfectly with a set of lowering springs. A key note I want to point out on these particular shocks and struts, guys, is that they are a low pressure design. So what does that mean? When you unbox them and remove the strap from the body and the shaft, you'll notice the shaft can be moved in and out by hand. No worries, this is a normal characteristic for this particular shock and strut. You can pick these shocks and struts up individually or already in a kit with or without the quad shock. This 92 coupe is in desperate need of a suspension overhaul, so follow along fellas as I walk you through the easy steps on installing a set of Koni Orange shocks and struts. However, a little disclosure on this one, you will see a few other new parts in the mix as well, since we were addressing multiple areas on this car. Remove the wheel and then remove the two 17mm bolts securing the brake caliper to the bracket. Remove the caliper from the rotor and tie it out of the way and so that the cable isn't in a bind. Loosen the two strut to spindle bolts with a 24mm open-end wrench on the nut and a 21mm socket on the bolt. Before removing the strut to spindle hardware, secure the lower control arm with a jack. Loosen and remove the sway bar end-link hardware. Moving to the engine bay, loosen and remove the strut shaft nut with a 24mm socket. Remove the strut to spindle hardware and then remove the strut from the car. Remove the factory bump stop from the old strut and transfer it to the new Koni strut. Also remove the stock strut spacers and transfer those as well. Reinstall your strut and loosely tighten the strut shaft nut. Reinstall the strut to spindle hardware and tighten it down. Reposition your brake caliper over the rotor and retighten the previously removed hardware. Fully tighten the strut shaft nut and reassemble your sway bar and link hardware. Repeat these steps for the other side. Moving to the rear of the car, remove the rear wheels. Support the rear end with a pole jack or jack. Pop the trunk and remove the trunk carpet retainers and remove the trunk carpet. Remove the 4 retainers securing the rear trunk liner and remove the liner. Now remove the 2 retainers on the passenger side trunk liner. Remove the liner from the car. Do the same for the driver's side. Remove the upper shock bushings. You may need to use a crescent wrench paired with an open-end wrench to loosen the nut. Remove the lower shock hardware with an 18mm socket and a 15mm open-end wrench. Now you can remove the shocks from the car. Before you install the new Koni shocks, make sure the lower washer and bushing is on the shock. Position it into the car. Loosely tighten the lower shock hardware on both sides. Jack up on the rear end until all the threads on the shock are through the trunk floor. Place the upper bushing and washer onto the shock and then fully tighten the lock nut. Reinstall your wheels and lower the car onto the ground. Fully tighten the lower shock hardware. Reinstall your trunk liners and carpet. Take this time to double check your work and you're all finished. As far as installation goes, guys, allow yourself roughly an hour to an hour and a half from start to finish. Other than that, no other specialty tools are needed, and this is something you can knock out right at home. If you want to see more install videos like this one for your Fox Mustang, then I would recommend hitting that subscribe button. Until next time, guys, head back over to the site and grab some Koni STR.T Orange shock and struts for your Fox body at lmr.com.